Hey there YouTube, this is Vargas XX78 with another collection pickup video. I went to a few swap meets this weekend and I picked up some stuff, and like always, I wanted to share it with you guys, so let's get started. First thing I picked up a few video games. Still not the season for games, but still was able to pick up some really good ones. Well, I thought they were good. First one I picked up is Caveman Games, made by Data East. This is basically a collection of mini games, Olympic-style mini games, set in a prehistoric era, and most of the games obviously reflect that. For example, the one I play the most is this clubbing game. Basically, it's a fighting style game where you use your club to beat the other guy's life bar down, or if you can get him to a corner, he'll fall down the ledge where you fight. That one is really fun. And then you have Saber-Tooth Race, where you basically just have to outrun a saber-toothed tiger that is after you. The animation is really cool in this game, actually. It's made by, again, Data East. And their games are hit or miss most of the times. This is the company that brought us Bad Dudes on the NES. But it's actually really fun if you get another player to play this with you. So the animation is cool, and it's actually, I thought it was actually pretty fun. So, really happy I got that. And I picked up Casino Kid. This is an interesting game. The whole game takes place on this casino. It's just one casino, so there's not really that much animation involved. It actually looks, if anyone's played one of the Pokemon games on the original Game Boy, it kind of has that sort of graphic style. You just it's a top-down view, and you just control your character through this whole casino. But the presentation is what I really liked. When you talk to one of the characters in the casino, you get this really cool anime manga style cutscene where you see your character, and on the top to the left you can see a face image of the character you're talking to, and then the text. So it has an animation and presentation style kind of like Ninja Gaiden. And the game itself, it's basically you in a casino. You start out with $500, and you have to go playing blackjack, poker, roulette, and have to basically break the bank. So it's an interesting game. I'm really glad I picked it up. It gets really difficult at the end because the computer just it really cheats at the end, but it's still fun. And I picked up for the PlayStation 1 Tekken 3. This is one of the long-running fighting series from the good people at Namco. And I don't own a Tekken game. I've actually been trying to track down Tekken 5 for the PlayStation 2, because that one has arcade ports of 1, 2, 3, and of course Tekken 5 plus an adventure game. But I saw this one, and it's the greatest hits. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of greatest hits titles, but this guy was selling it there, and he gave me a really good price on it, so I decided to pick it up. The Tekken series, like I said, I don't own one, but I have played them, and they're really cool, so really glad I was able to get this thing. Movies, I don't know what it is this time of the year, but movies are really frequent at the swap meets, especially because they're American movies that don't always have subtitles. So people just get them, and they buy them. They don't understand what's going on, so they sell them right away and for a really good price. So that's really good for me because I do speak English, so that's awesome. First one I picked up is Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Yet another classic stop motion movie from Rankin and Bass. This story tells the origin of Santa Claus. So I thought that I love these stop motion movies. Like I said on the last video when I picked up that The Year Without Santa. So just really cool stop motion animation from these people. And like the other ones, this one only has one more extra one. The Little Drummer Boy. This is probably their first work. I think Rudolph was the first stop motion movie, but this one I think also is really well. It was made in 1968, but you can tell because the animation is it's not bad, but it's kind of poor, or maybe it's just a video transition. They didn't transition it well on DVD, but It's still a really cool story. I really like this one. I like the sequel also. They made a sequel one I'm trying to track down, where this Roman soldier steals silver bells to announce the birth of Jesus. But I thought this combo was really cool. So now I'm only missing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and I'll have all the classic TV shows for Christmas that I liked. And I picked up this 2-disc deluxe edition of Waiting. This is an independent movie. It stars Ryan Reynolds, Anna Faris from the Scary Movie series, and Justin Long, who I remember more from Drag Me to Hell. So, so yeah, it's a really interesting comedy. It's Ryan Reynolds is really good in this. Anna Faris doesn't really do much, and Justin Long is featured a lot. But it's a really funny movie actually, and it does teach you one important lesson in life, that you don't mess with the people that serve your food. It has one scene where this lady is just a total bitch to this waitress, and the whole cooking crew and Ryan Reynolds, you know, gets payback, and it's really disgusting in a way, but it's a really funny movie nonetheless. So yeah. Then I picked up Miramax Collector Series widescreen edition of Good Will Hunting. Miramax is no longer in business. Miramax closed down a long time ago, but the main reason I picked up Good Will Hunting is because in Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are playing themselves filming Good Will Hunting 2. And I've never seen Good Will Hunting, so when I saw this at the market, I thought, I'm gonna pick it up. And I saw it, and it's really good. There's this story about this guy that works as a janitor in the university, but it turns out he's a super genius. So no one accepts him because he's low class and everything. But it's a really good movie. I actually did enjoy watching that. Though the spoof in Jay and Silent Bob is really funny. Then I picked up another Matt Damon movie. This is the explosive extended edition of The Bourne Identity. This is a really cool movie. It stars Matt Damon is this character called Jason Bourne, and he wakes up with total amnesia. But then he realizes that he has all these crazy military skills. He's really good at hand-to-hand combat. He can handle weapons. He can scope out a room and everything. So, and it has a really cool chase scene. I thought the chase scene here was really cool. So, I'm a sucker for good action movies. So, pick that one up. And I picked up Ziegfeld Follies. This is a compilation of different stories. The movie came out in 1946, so it's an old movie. But I don't know. I'm a sucker for these classic movies, especially the musicals. I don't know what it is about them, but Singing in the Rain, Mary Poppins, The Wizard of Oz, just those old movies have something that I really like. And this one has a lot of famous people. I know Fred Astaire, Lucille Ball from I Love Lucy, Judy Garland for The Wizard of Oz, Gene Kelly, just a lot of people that I know from other movies. So I was really glad I picked this one up. Then this lady at the swap meet was selling movies really cheap, and she had this collection. It's 4 movies on 2 DVDs. Wild West Shootout. It has 1 DVD. It has the 2 movies that it has is Blood City and God Said to Cain. And the other one is The Ruthless 4 and Border Shootout. It stars Jack Palance, Van Heflin, Glenn Ford, and Klaus Kinski. I don't really own that many Western movies. Just something about Western times that doesn't appeal to me. I'm more of a horror movie guy, or sci-fi, or even comic book movies. So Westerns just don't really hold that attention too much to me. But this one was a good deal, and I haven't seen them, but hopefully they'll be good. So really looking forward to that. And the last movie I picked up is Shark Tale, from the studio that brought you Shrek, which is DreamWorks. This is a good movie. The animation obviously is not as cool as Finding Nemo, which is the other underwater fish story, but the story stars Oscar, this fish, voiced by Will Smith, who becomes really famous by slaying this shark that's played by Jack Black. It has a lot of people. It has Will Smith, Robert De Niro, Renee Zellweger, Angelina Jolie, Jack Black, and Martin Scorsese doing the voices of all these characters. So, like I said, the animation is not the best. I mean, compared to Pixar, no movie is that good, but it's still a good movie. I still enjoyed it, and glad I picked it up. And the last things I picked up these empty Pokeballs. Empty there, and this one's empty. But these were a promotional thing for Burger King a long time ago. If you bought a kids meal, this is when the first Pokemon movie came out. So you would go to Burger King and you would buy a kids meal, and they would give you this Pokeball with a random Pokemon inside. So I have loose Pokemon toys still, so that's why I picked up this thing. And also you could buy these gold-plated Pokemon cards, and they came in this shiny Pokeball. But like I said, I have a lot of random loose Pokemon toys, so I decided to pick these things so I can put them in there. So yeah, and the last thing I picked up a poster frame, and I decided to put in it that Beautiful Joe 2 poster. More action, more enemies, more beautiful. He's back, and he's not alone because in Beautiful Joe 2, you can also control Sylvia. And I don't know if you guys had any chance to play the Beautiful Joe series, but I thought they were really cool. This movie geek gets sucked into the movie world, and he has all these really cool powers, like he fast forwards and rewinds time and everything. And the sequel really improved a lot of things from the first one, but it was made by Clover Studios, who made God Hand on the PlayStation 2 and Okami. That studio is no longer part of Capcom, but still, they produced some really cool games. So I thought that poster was worth framing. But anyway, guys, these are my pickups for this week. A lot of things, and which I really like picking up. And I hope you guys keep enjoying these videos. Definitely suggest you watch Shark Tale and The Bourne Identity and Good Will Hunting. But those were my pickups. And in the meantime, guys, until next time, this is Vargas XX78 signing off.